Sabate! I am Jeff,
And I am David.
and we are playing Equinox on the Super Nintendo. This is the first part where we're actually playing the game.
Exactly.
Awesome JavaScript. Okay, well, here we go. This is the overworld map. This is Galadonia. It's the world you start in. Sort of your own kingdom, yeah. 80-foot jump, bam.
On the moon.
Just
right
like
there.
that. Rockets himself into the air, 80 feet.
I'd like to point out, when you're that ripped, that makes perfect sense.
I know it is. It's actually, the laws of physics actually have special cases for people that are that ripped and have that few necks and noses.
Which is why Arnold Schwarzenegger was able to do all those things in Predator.
Yeah, that's true. And then also why he became governor.
Exactly.
Or if you're listening to this in the future, president. Or if you're listening to this even further in the future, a Terminator.
You know, that actually...
When it becomes revealed that science fiction movies from the 80s and 90s were actually historical documents from the future that were sent into the past.
That makes perfect sense, actually.
Yeah, it makes sense if you think about it, but only a little bit.
If you think about it too hard, though, it's like potatoes. It just... Is that an apple?
That's an apple. You'll notice Glendaal there, who's kind of a little wary of the apple. He has a fear of apples, and it just so happened that while I was recording this, he figured, I gotta save my dad, Shadex. A little bit of a
Awesome man.
little bit of story there. I don't want to spoil too much because this has a very deep and intricate plot, but a little bit of fear of apples. I was recording. He was like, you know what? This is more important. I'm gonna eat the apple. And he did. I was proud of him.
So, you're fighting Pac-Man ghosts.
Yes, I am. These are the most basic enemies in the game. The ghosts. They go back and forth. They bounce back and there's different colors that indicate their strength. Green's the weakest. There's blue and red and white are the hardest. I don't think there's any white ones in this dungeon.
Yeah.
I know we talked over it, but I did just some, I guess, housekeeping. What's actually happening here. I got a weapon as a knife. It's the first weapon in the game. I can also spin the camera around.
Mode 7.
Amazingness. Awesome. I don't recommend doing this because you will lose track of where's up and where's down, and it's hard to keep track of where the entrances are. There's multiple entrances per dungeon. When you get a new weapon, it's important to go find a troll or ogre. I don't want to be racist. I don't know what the sensitive term is, but as soon as you light them up with your new weapon, you actually get a health expansion.
Yeah.
So look at that. You feel stronger. You murdered a majestic creature. Are you proud of yourself? Should be. You should be. So I'm walking around. Yeah.
Shadow of Colossus right there.
Yeah. You should play that game. It's good.
It is an amazing game.
It's good.
So you said in the intro this is isometric. What does that mean?
Indeed, isometric means that it's pseudo 3D. At least the perspective is. Isometric actually just means the same, like ISO, same. In this case, it's a weird projection of 3D space. Like if you press right, you go down and right. You press down, you go down left. You press left, you go up left. You press up, you go up right. And those are the only directions you can go in. You can't do nothing fancier than that. Everything. Your movements have to be very deliberate in order to get past a lot of the crazy monsters and spike traps in this game, of which there are many, and of which they are instant death all the time.
Mega Man style.
Mega Man style. They'll throw you right back to the beginning of the room. Every time. So like those right there, yeah, don't touch those. That's a pro tip. Okay, that's a pro tip from
Don't run into spikes.
Long time Equinox player.
Yeah. Now, how many dungeons are there?
There are actually 8 in this game. This first one is very, very short. It's basically just a tutorial, just showing you around. There's not really there's no gimmicks. It's just there's spikes, there's enemies. Get 12 tokens. As soon as you get 12 tokens, you find the boss room, and then the boss will appear, and you fight the boss, and then you beat the boss, and then the boss will disappear from the land, or spirit, or whatever.
Okay, so this is where the isometric comes into play.
Yeah.
You can't tell if that's up or if that's left or right.
So yeah, you have to get your spatial reasoning on. A lot of the puzzle in this game are basically just total dick moves.
And you just died?
And I died because my controller betrayed me.
Ah. And so your turban, as stated in the intro, is invincible.
The turban is in fact invincible, as all turbans are.
Yes.
As we've mentioned earlier. Now, this brings up an interesting question. Why does not our hero Glendaal merely wear the turban on his feet to protect from spikes? Now, of course, the reason he doesn't do this is it's pride.
Yeah. He is badass.
That is his hubris, basically. Yes. He's very prideful.
And this is...
And that is unadulterated childhood nightmare fuel. Tsum Tsum is actually the boss of the second level Tori, so we'll be seeing him in a few videos from now. But this is basically how they keep you in the right areas of the game. They have these spirits blocking the boardwalks, bridges that go to the other sort of continents, sort of kingdoms. I don't know. It's abstract. It's hard to say. Spoilers for those of you. We're about to spoil the first boss of the game.